What's up, y'all? It's Chris. We're talking about last night's UFC 114, Rampage versus Rashad. Gotta be honest, was a little bit disappointed with the event in totality. I was really hyped for it, really excited, and throughout the event, watching it, it just wasn't all that entertaining. I mean, I thought UFC 113 was much better. Obviously, I was looking forward to the main event, as was a lot of people, and even that, in my opinion, really didn't live up to the billing. Definitely not to the level of anticipation that I had for that fight in particular. And the rest of the event, there was just a lot of decisions. So it kind of felt like the card was dragging on. There wasn't really very many, only a couple moments where you really got excited. That really got you out of your seat, so to speak. So, I don't know. Solid event, but nothing spectacular. Real quick, undercard, first fight I saw was, let me think. What was the first fight they showed? Efren Escudero, Lozon. It was alright. Seemed like Escudero could have finished Lozon off, but kind of laid it off on him at times. Efren gets a good bounce back win, but, nothing too, once again, nothing too exciting. Nothing to write home about, as they like to say. Next up we had, Dong Hyun Kim against Mir Sadala. I was surprised how easily Kim dominated Amir. Took him down at will, and wasn't an entertaining fight. You know, Kim just pretty much controlled position. He didn't really do a lot of damage. He didn't throw a lot of strikes. So, good win for Kim. Disappointing loss for Sadala. And not much more to say about it. Just not the most entertaining fight. In all honesty. Cyril the Snake Diabate, UFC debut, knocked out Luis Arthur Kane. I picked the Snake to win this fight. Won in impressive fashion. He did get hurt. He did get hit and got dropped, but was able to survive the onslaught from Kane. Came back and hurt Kane himself, standing, and finished him off. So, good debut for Cyril the Snake. I'd actually like to see him take on Brandon Vera. Great matchup of styles. Think it'd make for an entertaining fight. Next up, pay-per-view card, first fight of the night, John Hathaway, Diego the Nightmare Sanchez. Wow, great fight for Hathaway. Absolutely dominated Diego in every aspect of the fight. Hurt him with that big knee when Diego was shooting for a takedown. Hurt him on the ground with some ground and pound thereafter. Pretty much dominated him on the feet standing. Used his height and reach advantage. Great. Kept him at a distance all night. And Diego could never really get him down and get top position. So, kind of a coming out party for Hathaway to really announce his name in the welterweight division. Diego just looked off. Didn't look in the best condition or shape. And I don't know. I don't know if welterweight's going to cut it for him anymore. He might be better served at lightweight, but definitely far from his best performance. Next up, we had the Rogerio Brills fight. Brills, obviously last minute replacement for Forrest Griffin. I thought Rogerio would roll easily over Brills, but man, shout out to Brills. He brought it. Aside from getting tired late, probably because he took this fight kind of last minute, didn't have a full training camp. Dude looked solid in there. Go with the takedowns, got some good shots standing on the feet. And it was a good tactical battle on the ground. Brills actually came closer to winning with the submission than Nogueira did. Who would have saw that coming? Definitely not myself. But end of the fight, Brills got tired late in the third. Nogueira came on strong late, but I still thought Brills did enough to win the fight. Judges disagreed, gave the split decision win to Little Nog. The audience and attendance definitely disagreed. They thought Brills won. It's unfortunate for Brills, but considering how low the expectations for him were coming into this fight, it's a win-win situation. Showed a great performance. A lot of people thought he won. Got the fight of the night bonus. So, don't worry about him. He'll be alright. He'll get another fight, and definitely got a lot more fans with this performance. As for Nogueira, matched him up against Forrest. That's who he's supposed to fight here. Make that fight happen. I think it's a good fight. And, I'd give Forrest a better shot than I would have going into this fight after this performance. Mike Russo, Todd Duffy. Everyone's already seen this fight, knows what went down. Duffy came out beating the living hell out of Mike Russo in the first round. Credit to Mike Russo, man. I said before the fight started, good thing this ain't a bodybuilding competition. And you know what? That proved to be true in the end. But Duffy came out just unloading, looking for that first round knockout. And may have been to his detriment long term. He wasn't able to get it. And he gassed out. Second round, he had lost a lot of steam. Still controlled the fight throughout. Third round, didn't have a lot left, but he still was winning the fight. And then out of nowhere, Mike Russo throws this right hand straight on hits Duffy right on the temple, I believe, and dropped Duffy, and Duffy was out like that. The crowd was kind of at a lull, including myself, and that fight just shot everyone up. Like, whoa, what the, I know it caught me off guard and everyone I was watching the fights with. So, props to Mike Russo. Great win. I wouldn't say great performance, but great win. As for Todd Duffy, I'm not going to write the guy off. He was beating the living hell out of Russo. He just got tired. Got to work on that conditioning. Drop some of that muscle. It's not really going to do you all that good. You can still retain strength without having all the muscle that's going to suck up all the oxygen. You know what I'm saying? So just work on the conditioning. Look at Brock Lesnar. He used to be a really muscular guy. He's not as ripped and buff as he used to be, but he's probably been better for his cardio to not have as much muscle as he's had in the past. So I'd look to get into, if I was Duffy, I'd kind of look to make that transition physically that Brock Lesnar's made over the years. But he's still got immense agility, size, and strength for his weight class and athleticism. So don't write Duffy out just yet, man. I still think the guy's got a good future in the UFC heavyweight division. Mike Bisping, Dan Miller. Not a lot to say. Bisping wins over 3 rounds, outstriking Miller. Miller never really went for the takedowns where he would have had the advantage, most likely. But even when he did, he couldn't really do much. Bisping got right back up. So good win for Michael Bisping. Looked sharp. No criticism. Looking forward to see what's next for him. Possibly the winner of Vanderlei Yoshiri Akiyama coming up at UFC 116. Main event, Rashad Evans, Quentin Rampage Jackson. Once again, was really looking forward to this fight, man. The ring entrances, the stare down, the fight announcements, just everything, man. I was so ready for this fight. I'm going to say this. All credit to Rashad Evans for winning the fight. However, I just, his performance, his game plan, his strategy, effective, not entertaining. Reminiscent of George St. Pierre in a way. Granted, Rashad did catch Rampage right off the bat, first punch. But then he went for the takedown. It looked like Rampage was hurt. I was surprised he didn't try to strike with him there and finish him off. Rashad just kept pushing him up against the fence, somewhat similar to what Randy Couture does nowadays. Not a lot of excitement. But, Rampage didn't do enough to separate himself. He could never really shake Rashad off him. Couldn't really set up his game plan. When they were standing at a distance, Rashad used his speed advantage to keep the proper distance, never let Rampage get close standing, unless he wanted to initiate it against the fence in the clinch. I don't like the strategy Rashad took. It wasn't entertaining, maybe because I was rooting for Rampage, but it was very effective. Third round, Rampage caught Rashad late. Rashad maybe had gassed out a little bit. Rampage definitely didn't look himself. Was there ring rust from the layoff? Most likely. There was a similar situation with Shane Mosley against Floyd Mayweather. You can't take that much time off, it looks like, and come back and expect to be 100%. It is going to have its effect on your body or on your fight plan. But that said, Rampage caught Rashad in the third. Looked like he hurt him, but just couldn't finish him off on the ground. Rashad survived Rampage's onslaught flurry, ended up getting back to the feet, and ended up actually taking over the latter half of the round. Getting a takedown himself and getting some ground and pound. So, winner by unanimous decision, Rashad Evans. Sugar Rashad, most likely next up for him. Mauricio Shogun Hua. Looking forward to that fight. Definitely going to favor Shogun for a multitude of reasons, but no point really getting into that right now. I'll talk about it when the fight comes around. As for Rampage, what's next for him? There's plenty of guys out there in the division. He's far from done. just needs to get in there sooner and not put on so much weight in between fights. But Rampage will be alright. Don't worry about him. Anyways, that's it for now. Like I said, solid event. If not the most exciting, not the most memorable. But whatever. It's all good in the hood. Be sure to check me out on Twitter if you're interested or if you're on there. Pretty much to talk about the fights. Link on the information under the video as always. And until then, y'all, or until next time I should say, I'm out.